It's that time of the year for LEGO's big launch to kick off the fall season for their adult line of sets. We've got everything from fan design creations that became reality to gaming nostalgia overload. I'll take you through the latest 22 sets and give each of them a ranking to see where they stack up and see which ones we need to seriously keep an eye on. First up, we've got a diorama that captures a truly iconic moment from this legendary movie. The detailed minifigures on the boat just bring this scene to life, and it's packed with movie references like these bright yellow barrels, giving it that nostalgic feel. The level of detail on the boat is something you don't often see, and it's impressive how they managed to make it such a key part of the set. Now let's talk about Jaws himself. They've used some creative elements to get that menacing look and even get two different display options, which is a cool touch. Plus, it comes with printed tiles featuring memorable quotes from the movie, adding another layer for fans. This does feel like an upgrade from the original Ideas concept with advanced building techniques used throughout, easily a gold ranking build. Up next, we dive into another Ideas creation that perfectly captures the spooky yet festive vibe of The Nightmare Before Christmas. The character selection here is strong, making the build feel complete. The set itself stands out with its clever use of curved walls and rooftops, pulling off angled sections very well. The mix of Halloween and Christmas elements is well balanced, and if you look closely, there are hidden Christmas items tucked in for those who want to switch things up for the season. The spiral hill with the full moon is easily the most iconic part, making it perfect for display, and they stayed true to the Ideas concept but polished it up just enough to make it arguably better. It's another one that earns a gold. And if you want to see more videos like these, hit the like and subscribe buttons below. Not only will that share this video out to more viewers like you, but it'll help me plan out what to bring you next time. And since I do this all on my own, that is like insanely helpful. This build takes you through multiple Disney classics in one display. The Enchanted Rose from Beauty and the Beast is an instant standout, and the stained glass panel just elevates the whole thing. And at the center, the Sorcerer's Hat from Fantasia ties everything together. What I love most is that all the printed elements give it a premium feel without the stickers. Mickey's design has a few flaws, especially around the face, which might turn off some fans, but it's cool that they kept the original concept intact while elevating the original presentation. Moving on to the Harry Potter universe, this collector's edition version of the Weasley family home brings out all of the charm that you would expect. They've nailed the quirky, mismatched architecture with these angled walls and offbeat windows that give it the lopsided look that fans love. The interior is packed with details and Easter eggs that add personality, making it feel lived in. That said, the heavy use of stickers might be a thumbs down for some, and while the minifigures are decent, there's a few that feel underwhelming compared to others. I wouldn't say it's as iconic as some of the other flagship Harry Potter sets that we've seen before, but for fans of the series, it still holds up. For all the retro gaming fans out there, this one's gonna definitely hit the nostalgia button. Mario and Yoshi's pixelated forms are brought to life in an interactive build that can also replicate the running animation from the original game. It's something I didn't expect, and it's like LEGO and 90s gaming had a perfect collision. If you're into the growing LEGO gaming collection, this is a must-have. Definitely a day one purchase for those looking for a fun retro display piece. Just make sure you don't turn this thing around. Finally, an official LEGO set that brings key moments from two of the most iconic games packed into one box. There's no stickers, which is a huge win, and both versions come with printed elements. The sword, shield, and minifigures are definitely top-notch here, and this would be such a blast to put together. However, I've seen others talk about how switching between the two versions of the tree can be tricky without clear instructions, so maybe build the one that you like the most first. As a lifelong Zelda fan, I have to admit that I was hoping for something a little more legendary for the first set, but overall it's a solid start and I hope we get more. Sticking with the gaming theme, this Shadow the Hedgehog set includes some nice touches like the hidden Chaos Emeralds and signature gold rings. The included Easter eggs help save it from being too basic, earning it a bronze ranking. Shifting gears to something a little more relaxing, this botanical build has vibrant orange hues and clever techniques for building both the vase and flower elements. The color variety also adds depth and makes it stand out. Like other botanical sets, the build can feel repetitive, but if you're pairing it with a Plum Blossom set, it creates a cohesive and visually stunning display. And speaking of which, this set does a fantastic job of capturing the delicate look of the flower. Together, these sets fit perfectly into the botanical collection, creating a calming display. For the art enthusiast, this set recreates the Mona Lisa with impressive building techniques, especially for the hands and color gradients in the background. The only downside is the face design. It doesn't quite capture the famous expression expression as well as it could. That said, it's still a great addition for those into LEGO art, but if you're looking for something that hits closer to the mark, something like Starry Night might be a better option. Car enthusiasts would probably love this large-scale McLaren model that's loaded with detail from the scissor doors to the working V8 engine. And printed elements give it a premium feel, though the exposed blue Technic pieces can break the polished look just a bit. Still, I would say it's a must-have for supercar fans and fits right into LEGO's large-scale supercar lineup. This build has gone all in on functionality. It's packed with working parts from the suspension to the opening doors and hood. While it's a very niche model, it improves on some features from previously released off-road vehicles, although from what I'm reading, some sections like the side panels can feel a bit wobbly after assembly. Next up is a fan favorite retro Lamborghini that nails the car's sleek, recognizable design from the detailed engine to the unique opening doors. The building techniques are intriguing, especially when it comes to capturing the car's complex designs. However, the missing pop-up headlights, which is an iconic feature of the real car, keeps it from getting a gold ranking. Now here's a ridiculous set for fans of the immensely popular Fortnite video game. It's got a pretty unique design that stands out from the typical stuff that we see, and the printed parts make it perfect for someone that's new to LEGO, which is probably what they're going for here. Still, it definitely has a lot of personality. This space shuttle collaboration features a rainbow jet stream for a colorful and eye-catching display, along with a ton of minifigure heads with different tones and expressions, making it an interesting display piece that fans of the artist will probably enjoy. We've got another addition to the Transformers lineup with this Bumblebee model. It's cool to see LEGO continuing with this theme, and the transformation feature lets you switch Bumblebee between robot and Volkswagen Beetle modes, and it pairs well with Optimus Prime, but it does deviate from the original character design in some places, particularly around the torso and arms. And the limited posability in the arms holds it back from being as dynamic as you'd want, and I will say that the car mode looks a bit rough in some spots, but overall it's pretty cool for fans. Next, let's take a look at the Batmobile from the classic 1960s TV series. This one nails the sleek, nostalgic design with some awesome windshield pieces and hubcaps. The building techniques used for the seats and dashboard are interesting, though from what I'm seeing from other reviews, the build process can feel a bit repetitive. For what it is, it's a large display piece, so it'll definitely stand out on your shelf, and the Bat computer hidden in the trunk is a neat little detail. But unfortunately, it doesn't have working steering or any additional gadgets, which feels like a missed opportunity for something like this. I can't really say that this is one of the most accurate Batmobiles that we've ever seen, and the heavy reliance on stickers, along with the lack of a Robin minifigure, might also leave some fans wanting more. Shifting to something festive, this is a great holiday themed display. The customizable design lets you make some adjustments and even add your own personal touches. It's something fun to build with family during the holidays, bringing everyone together around the table. From early reviews, it seems like the build can be a bit monotonous, which is common with something like this, but it offers two different configuration options. Speaking of festive builds, this one uses some interesting techniques to create a cozy holiday set piece. It's another solid addition to the botanical collection and offers great value, especially considering how adjustable the flowers are for creating a natural look. This year's Winter Village collection takes a bit of a different approach. The roof design is more on the cartoonish side and looks a bit out of place compared to the other Winter Village buildings we've seen in the past. There's also a hot air balloon on the side that feels a little random. The building itself doesn't really resemble a post office, and the interior feels underdeveloped with minimal detail that would resemble an actual post office. We even need to go out of our way to pick up the mail delivery truck, which is marketed toward kids. And I have to ask the question, what in the world is going on here? While I've thoroughly enjoyed previous Winter Village releases, this one seems to start leaning away from the for adults line, even though it has the 18+ rating. This might just be my personal disappointment of the year. Expanding the buildable Star Wars figures, this C-3PO model is surprisingly well designed with great posability for a buildable figure. It pairs perfectly with the buildable R2-D2 set, making them a great duo on display, and compared to the Chewbacca figure, this one feels much more solid and visually appealing. Die-hard Star Wars fans might enjoy this one. This massive flagship set features impressive techniques and a modular style construction that feels like it takes cues from LEGO's modular building line. The detail rooms from the kitchen to the control room and armory add depth and make this ship much more than just a display piece. From what I've seen from other reviewers, the sails look great but can be a bit tricky to position when setting up minifigures on the deck. And these studs on the outside give the build a somewhat unfinished look, which is a bit disappointing. It includes a handful of well-detailed minifigures, however it's missing quite a few characters from the scene, meaning you'll need to actually buy a separate set to get the full experience. Given how pricey this already is, that's a huge ask for even the most diehard of fans. Early buyers do get an awesome Luke Skywalker lightsaber as a gift with purchase, which is cool, but I'm sure it'll disappear very quickly. If the additional characters and other set pieces were included, this would have easily earned a gold ranking, and I would have been more inclined to try to pick this up myself. There weren't as many gold tier sets as I would have hoped for, and I'm noticing a pattern where we need to buy additional sets to complete the whole experience. We've seen it in other themes. I don't know if it's here to stay in LEGO for adults.